Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. I'm Meadsy69 and welcome back to some more replays. Today we've got some Heartbreakers and they truly are Heartbreakers. And I'm not just saying they're Heartbreakers, I actually mean they are proper Heartbreakers. And first up, we have the WZ-121FT, the OP Tier 8 Chinese tank destroyer. And I can't remember the name of the person. Thumb, I think. I can't remember. So he's actually gone left and he's playing really, really aggressive. Now, he is top tier. When you're top tier, you can afford to play this thing quite aggressive. So at the moment, his team are behind him, so he hasn't gone on completely on his own, but he is in front of his team. Now you can see a couple of the enemy team now have been spotted around the cap area, so that gives him the ability to get around and hopefully get behind the enemy team. Now he could go into the middle there and try and get that T-32, but he decides to go against that and he decides to go and try and open up some of the enemy team in case they are in this direction. So he does open up the Tiger to manages to get a side shot there, low roll there at 383, and he is now spotted. So he's now in a really, really good position. He's going to try and go for that HE. Oh, I think I know it did hit because the banner. So he got a nice shot there. The CDC's getting shot. I mean, at the moment, it's looking pretty good for his team. He's got some side shots, he's getting some damage, his team are pretty much all together where if you look at the enemy, they are all spread out. So he's trying to get that gun depression down and he does get that nice shot, but here comes the Tiger 2. He gets a shot, he has to move because of the side, the T-28 on the side. So he's got really no choice but to rush this Tiger 2. Unfortunately, the Tiger 2 does get behind cover, but he does make that mistake and this thing is troll for bounces. Nice 787 fire there into that Tiger 2. Gets another shot, again 342. He was shooting heat, so he did get a low roll, but he does bring him down to a one shot. There goes the first team member on his team. A horrible bounce there on the Tiger 2, but he does get a bounce in return. So he should just about have him on a reload. He's using heat, so he has to be careful not to get the tracks, and he does get away with that one. Thunderstorm. That's the name, or Thunder, whatever. So he's on 2.5k damage now, and you can see there everyone now is around that middle, around that cap area, and that seems to be, I mean, it's quite unusual to have the battle take place there and not to the left of him. Again, another troll bounce on the T-28 defender. That would have cleared him out, and now the T-28 defender is backing up, and he can't quite get that shot off. I do apologise for any sound in the background. Kieran is in and out the back door. All of a sudden, his team have vanished. They have completely vanished. So that miss or that bounce on that T-28 defender could become vital, and all of a sudden now it is a 2 versus 5. Really needs to take out these mediums. The light tank, the CDC is a one shot if he can at least average roll. The defender, as you can see, he is a one shot, but the CDC is coming around, has to clear him, and he does manage to clear him before he takes any damage from him. In a minute, mate. So there is a couple of low hit point tanks. We know that T-28 defender's low. The T-32 there is pretty low. It's still going to take him 2 shots to clear this guy. He's still got a little bit of hit points. I mean, this tank doesn't have the greatest of hit points. Here comes the defender, has to take him out. He is going to aim, and he misses or he bounces. That is a horrible time to bounce. That T-28 defender at the moment is one of the most luckiest T-28 defenders in the game, unlike this Bulldog. So it was for a second a 1 versus 4. Yes, it was a 1 versus 4. Gets a nice shot there into the T-32, but he does, it is a tank, it does take a shot in return, and he has to be quick now, because if these both shoot him, he is dead. So he takes him out. Now he's on 4 kills. He's on 4 kills. He's not going to get another bounce, surely. No, he is not. Takes him out finally for his 5th kill, and it is now a 1 versus 1 against an 80, I think it's an 87. So The 87 has got a good rate of fire. It's got a really good rate of fire, and it's actually got good armor. I don't think it's got the best of pens. So if he plays this right, he could pull this off. He's on 5 kills and 3,800 damage with less than 2 minutes left on the clock. If he can get away with this, I mean, I think he should be maybe face hugging him, but he's going to go around. He does get a shot in return, does get around, and now he is going to get those bounces. And this is what I'm saying, he should stay there, but he's not going to. Again, he's trying to get around. He does take that shot. He needs a high roll here. He has to get a high roll. He gets the shot. He doesn't get the high roll. Now, ladies and gentlemen, look what is about to happen. He should have this. There's the reload. Oh my God. As soon as he's reloaded, he loses connection. Can you believe that? That is just so unfortunate. Literally, as he reloaded, he lost his connection. I feel so sorry for him. But still, well played, unlucky. And we move on to the next one. This time we have Mohammed, and he is driving the T110E4. It is a tank that I've always said was a good tank. I used to like the tank, but nowadays there's just so many other tier 10 TDs that are better than this. Especially when you have the T110E3 that is so much stronger than this in pretty much every way. Pretty much goes the same speed, it's got much better armor, but it has that much better hatch on top, where the hatch on this thing is actually really, really weak. And that's where I think this tank isn't that great, but now because of that hatch, everyone just goes for the hatch. You can't hold down because of that hatch. So I do still think it needs... dinosaurs. I do think it needs a little bit of a buff on the hatch. I don't want it to be as strong as the E3 because this thing does have a turret after all. So, yeah, dinosaurs. 1 second. We can play tanks, yeah?
Yeah.
And then we'll have some dinosaurs, yeah?
Yeah.
Good boy. So, so Mohammed's decided to play the side game where he flanks around the side and tries to get the side shots, and he does just that against the T54E1. So you can see some team are to the right and there is some team to the left, pretty much in the middle-ish, and he gets that nice shot on the 50B, and he's taking the hard cover. He's taken the hard cover every time he is on a reload, which is what you have to do in this tank, because as I've said, you can't really... Yeah, remote, I'll get it in a sec, okay? Yeah, it's up there. So, where was I? You put me off now.
There.
Yeah, there it is. Say hello.
Yeah.
Hello. So, where was I? So, yeah, this tank, because you can't go hold down, it's... I mean, you can go hold down. If you're from distance, then you wiggle backwards and forwards, and yes, you can get them miss you, and you can get troll bounces like that from the side. But and again, just as I'm saying that the armor's useless, he gets 800 blocked damage and a little bit more from the track. So at the moment, the enemy are... Oh wow, the enemy are a tank down. So they are all well, they was up, but now they are level. So it's 6 on 6, and he's already on 2.8k damage. Taken a little bit of damage himself, but not too much. Has to be careful from this JG to the right. We can see he just shoots, and now he is pushing with his team. If he can shoot, then he's going to be on a one shot, and there we go. He is now only on 100 HP, and the Conqueror can take him out to bring it to a 5 on 4. Now's time to start rushing this AMX 50B. We're not sure if he's on a reload, but again, if they both push together, then one shot each and he is gone. Conqueror shoots, and there we go, just like that. If you can work as a team, just like they're doing now, then you will win games. So at the moment, it now is a 4 versus 3, but there's still two...
Dad.
Nice bounce there. Yes, mate. Yes. Yeah, dinosaur. There is still 2 pretty much full E100s left. There we go. 2,750 hit points to get through since that buff on the HP. Yeah, tank. So now the E100s are bringing it down. I mean, the E100s work okay together. I don't even think they're in a platoon, but they actually work really, really well together. And they've single-handedly or almost single-handedly bring it down to a 3-on-3. So our man Mohammed here is on 5,800 damage, and he's managed to actually block 1,400 damage. If he wouldn't have blocked that, he would be on a one-shot, just literally a HE. I do apologise. He's trying to get the TV remote. 1 second. 1 second. So now it is a 2-on-3. There's the T-54E1. He is going to go for him to clear him to bring it down to a 2-on-2. 6,200 damage. Has to be careful. He goes for the bait, but he gets tracked. Now he doesn't want to use his repair kit, and that was very well played of him, because if he would have gone out, he would have been shot. But now this is where he goes wrong. Gets a nice high roll, but we could see, wait. He could see that E100 wasn't looking. Wait a minute, please. Yes, look, tank. So he went for the wrong E100. He should have maybe even risked a shot from the E100 with hit points to clear that one shot. Wait a minute. Yes. So if he would have gone for that one shot E100, then I think this would have been a completely different battle. I would rush to the left. I would rush to the left, risk taking a shot, because now the E100 is pushing to the right. He does take a shot from this. He gets a low roll. Oh my God, 31 hit points left on that E100. He has to get around this corner. He gets lucky that E100 misses his shot. Needs to clear this E100. He is going to go for the HE. Needs to not be shot, and he manages to do that. And now in this thing, he has to face hug. He has to face hug. Point his gun at the enemy E100's gun. Does get a shot. 7,600 damage. He's going to go for the AP into the hatch. No, he's not. He's going to switch to the APCR. 518, but at the moment he's in a bad position. He is facing sidewards, and he doesn't manage to clear him. Still, he almost finished on 9,000 damage if he would have got that E100. Still, 8,184 damage, 1,582 base XP, and a truly sad battle indeed. Next up, we have a good friend of mine, Papa Sten, but this is in fact Osh playing this, and he is in the Jageroo on Middlesbrough. So you can see this is an encounter game, and already the enemy, or his team, sorry, stop. Already his team decided to go left, so he was going to go right, because that's where the majority of the game on this map. Well, I say the majority of the game. It all depends on the tank types. And this game, I can understand everyone going to the town, because there's only one medium on each team. So town would probably be the better option. So he's going to sit back at the moment. He's going to wait. He's going to be patient. The T62 now has gone up on his own, and he is spotting the tanks, and there is a couple of tanks. I mean, he can see the Peugeot. You can see the Peugeot up, and he can see a couple of the enemy team. He knows that the VK is there. He knows, yes, in a minute, he knows that the Jageroo is there, and that Jageroo just got absolutely obliterated completely. So that is one tank down. That's one tank down, but the T62 now is in a very bad position, and there he goes. Gets rushed by two Object 268, and there's now the rest of the enemy team are pretty much all up. So if he gets rushed now, then he is going to be obliterated, just like the enemy Jageroo did. But he's being patient. He's going to wait to see if he can get any shots. He's got the building in front of him for protection, so he can try and get that shot off and just go forward to hide his bottom plate and maybe angle up his cheeks. So he's being very, very, very patient indeed. And now he can up, and he can get a nice shot in to the T57 Heavy. And just like I said earlier, he is going to use this building while he is on a reload. So he's now going to push. His team are with him. He's just about reloaded. Can he get that shot off on the 268 or the mouse? And he does get a nice shot on that 268. And again, love what he's doing. I mean, he knows Osh is a fantastic player. He's in Legion for a reason. He's a great player. He knows exactly what he's doing. But unfortunately, there's only so much you can do as a player if none of your team support you. So he's going to get a nice shot there. Nice high roll there into the mouse to bring his damage up to 3,600 damage. He gets a kill. And it is a 5-on-5. There is 2 tanks now to the right. Has to clear this this T-57 heavy. Nice shot there. He's going to try and angle up again. He's going to use this rock, but now the Peugeot is, all of a sudden, he's in quite a bad position because he can't hide behind the rock because the Peugeot's there, and he can't go to the right because the Object 268. So instead of going for the 268, he's going to go for the Peugeot because, for me, that is the most dangerous target because his team are around that area. So if he just goes for the Object 268, then his team can't help him with the Object 268. But as you see earlier, if he goes for the Peugeot, his team are around that area, and they also got a shot off on the Peugeot as well. And of course, the Peugeot is a quick tank, and when you're in a Jageroo in the middle of the open like this, then I would definitely say that the Peugeot is the most dangerous target. Again, gets a lovely high roll there into the Object 268, and all of a sudden, it's looking much better. He is on 500 hit points, the Death Star is on a bit of hit points for now, and the grill was full hit points. But as you know, with a grill, when there is big tanks around, your hit points mean absolutely nothing. You could be full hit point 1 minute, and you can just lose them the next minute. 1 second. And that is basically what's going to happen to this grill. 1 second, he's full hit points, and the VK does manage to clear him. So now it's a 2-on-2. We still have the Peugeot, and I do have to give a massive shout out to this VK72. He has a blast of a game. He has a very, very good game. So Osh now has to clear. I think still the main target is this Peugeot because, I mean, just look in the position, and the Jageroo, this isn't the best position for a Jageroo, and that Death Star just gets, he just, look, his hit points and he's gone. So Osh goes for the Peugeot. Now he has to rush this VK. The VK is going to take out the Death Star. So he's now on a reload. So Osh has to get the shot off. And you can see he is going to go for the heat. Wouldn't have mattered if he went for the AP or the heat. He wouldn't have cleared him anyway. And I think this is probably his only mistake. I mean, he should be angling up. But regardless, the VK did an amazing job. Still, for Osh, 8,216 damage, a true heartbreaker. But there, the VK, almost 7,000 damage and a worthy ace. Hope you enjoyed it, guys. Again, I do apologise for Kieran in the background. He is a little shit today. Hope you enjoyed it. I'm Meadsy, and I'll catch you soon. Bye-bye. With